But without further ado, our supervisor, Awag.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Charlie said half what I was going to say, and as a politician, I really will try and cut this short. I met Mark a couple of years ago, and it was an interesting meeting. He came in my office, and of course he's covered in all kinds of stuff as a working man who covered it. And he came in and he talked to me about a project in his neighborhood that he was really passionate about, and the township. And I explained to him what the township would need to do, how we would help him. Mark went on his way. Well, about a year later, he comes in to me and he says, Mr. Wagner, I need to talk to you again. And I says, what's up? He says, well, I want to apologize. He said, I know that you've been having a hard time with this project, and a lot of times, these things come up, especially in political office, where people are looking for a lot more than what the township can give. But I want to let you know that I really appreciate all your hard work and efforts. Well, then I asked him, what do you do with that haircut? He says, well, I used to be a Marine. Even though I was in the Army, I kind of a big son. That's difficult in services, but Mark is a hardworking man. He is out there. He is dedicated to the township. He has such a passion that I haven't seen in years. I think he'd be an excellent addition to the board, and I'm really looking forward to you joining us. With that, I think I'll let you carry on, and I really thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank all of you for attending tonight. And I'd also like to give a very special thanks to Bill Wynn and his partners for allowing us to use this wonderful facility. I stand before you tonight as a very proud candidate for Independence Township Trustee. My friends have all asked me, Mark, why on earth are you doing this? Even though they know very well my passion for this community, although I have many reasons, if I have to pick one, the one reason most important to me is because I want to represent you, the average tax-paying citizen. Family where both parents work, kids are off to school, and they don't have time to sit and wonder why their taxes went up or what they're being spent on, because they're too busy working, trying to make their mortgage payments, keeping their electric turned on, car payments, child care, braces, groceries. That list is endless. And if by chance a member of the family gets sick, well, then the whole family's going to get sick. If they diagnose themselves, they share medicine, because they can't afford to take time off work to go to the doctor. These are the citizens that I want to be able to go to bed at night with one less worry on their minds, knowing that there's one person in their local government that is actually thinking about them. Because I, ladies and gentlemen, I'm one of these people I'm talking about. I see our township like I see my son. I can't stop him from growing bigger, stronger, or faster. I can't control that. But what I can control, I hope and pray, is which path or direction that he takes that will enable him to be successful in his life. With that said, growth must happen in our community, and we must all accept that. We have a master plan that we defend against outside interests and developers. We use this plan as a guide to help us see into the future growth of our community, like a blueprint. But blueprints do not always actually reflect the job site conditions. Therefore, as a community, we need to be able to adapt to these changes in our plan. The large changes, however, are not always in the best interest of our community. And yes, we should be very critical on how and when these changes are adopted. As a board, while we welcome construction and new businesses, we need to take on a new role by more actively seeking tenants or buyers for our existing commercial buildings and redevelop key areas of our community so that we do not undermine what we already have. Creating minimum wage jobs will not support our residents. You cannot own a home in Independence Township on minimum wage. I'd like to give a very special thanks to Dr. Jim O'Neill and his partners for their vision and their investment into the McLaren Health Facility. This will give our community the jobs and the economic shot in the arm that we need very much. Very good. I would just like to work with other board members to create a working atmosphere so that we can create jobs and a good economic future for our community. Tonight, I'd like to thank my wife, Karen, of 22 years, and our son, Andrew, for their undying love and support. And again, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for attending tonight. And remember, on August 5th, get out there and vote because our community depends on it so much. Thank you very much.
As has been a tradition in our community for years and years and years, and years and years, the Godfather, Dr. James O'Neill, would you like to say a few words?
Oh, that was one of the best speeches I've heard. That you really want to represent the heart of our community. And we need more people involved in the political process than we have. Eileen and her husband and Danny and who else is here? But it's nice to see the people coming together to really look after our community and to be there for the right reason. And that's to serve us rather than power trip, I can do this and I'm gonna go to Lansing and then to Washington. We need more of this, and to get him elected, it doesn't take many votes. This is the only time you can vote for 10 or 12 other people legally. You really do, because only about 10 or 15% of us vote. So when you get down there, tell your friends to get down there in Waterford the same way. You have to get out there and vote because 85% of the people aren't even going to show up. And in this area, the primary vote is definitive. So you really have to. And I thank all of you for running, and Dave and you for all the hard work you've done balancing our budget. And you'll be a great addition. Congratulations.
Good night, everybody.